Welcome back to News 5 this morning. It's Faith Time, our weekly conversation on matters of faith. And joining us this morning is Neil Sass with the Mobile Area Jewish Federation. Thank you for joining us this morning, sir.
Thank you for having me.
Now, we wanted to talk about Hanukkah, which begins this Wednesday. What is Hanukkah?
Hanukkah is a celebration of victory. Approximately 200 BCE, the Judea was under the control of the Egyptians. Around about that 175, the Antiochus IV from the Seleucid Empire, Syria, invaded, and things went fine for the Jews in Judea at that time. But then his son took over when he passed away, and he banned the practice of Judaism and destroyed the temple. Hanukkah is a celebration of the revolt of Mattathias and his 5 sons. Mattathias was a priest in the temple, to regain the ability to practice Judaism.
Now, even though Hanukkah is not among the high holy days, why is it still generally celebrated among many Jews, particularly Western Jews, Reformed?
It's not one of the high holy days. In fact, it's not even a scriptural religion. It's not laid out in the Tanakh or the Torah, the Old Testament. But what it is it's captured in the Book of Maccabees, which are only recognized by the Roman and the Orthodox churches, and it is celebrated there as being what it is, a historical remembrance. Western Jews have adopted Hanukkah, and this goes back 2,000 years, as a symbol of the conquest of right over might, because a stronger Syrian army was defeated in this revolt and the temple was restored.
What is your favorite part of Hanukkah?
My favorite part is, aside from eating potato latkes and the rituals, lighting a menorah, which is an 8-light candelabra, and watching people being happy at celebrating the holiday. It's not particularly a synagogue holiday, although most congregations do have Hanukkah parties. It's a family holiday.
One of the things that's interesting to me about Hanukkah, it's in a lot of ways, at least for some Jews in America, it's almost a way of assimilating into Western culture to have a holiday around the same time as Christmas. Could you talk a little bit about that aspect of Hanukkah?
Well, it's not supposed to be a competition for Christmas. As I heard recently explained by Father David Tokars, Advent is an expectation leading up to the birth of Christ. Hanukkah is not an expectation of anything. It's just a celebration of victory.
And we're also talking about Hanukkah. When we talk about Hanukkah, it also commemorates a miracle at that time, not only overcoming an army, but also a miracle in and of itself represented in the menorah. Could you talk a little bit about that?
In the temple, there was a 7-light menorah, candelabrum, which was supposed to remain lit all the time. Well, when after Judah Maccabee, the son of Mattathias, had recaptured the temple, and started rebuilding it, they found they only had enough oil for one day. But miraculously, they had enough oil that lasted 8 days until they got another oil supply. So the symbol of Hanukkah is a Hanukkah, or a menorah with 8 lights, where one light is kindled each night during the celebration, showing that the oil lasted far longer than was expected.
And those 8 nights of Hanukkah begin this Wednesday. Neil Sass with the Mobile Area Jewish Federation. Thank you for joining us for this edition of Faith Time. And are we going to break now? We'll go right to weather right now.
Now.